Hello everyone, my name is Dokyung, and today I'll be presenting Percy Bysshe Shelley's poem Ozymandias. While it might not be as widely known as his works Mont Blanc or Prometheus Unbound, I want to share the beautiful imagery and symbolism he used in it. For me, this is my all-time favorite poem from the Romantic period because I found a strange sense of comfort in it. It's amazing how a poem written in 1818 still offers such a powerful lesson for our modern lives. Before we dive into the poem, I would like to briefly mention Shelley's life to help us understand the emotions he poured into this work. Shelley was born into a wealthy family and received an elite education at Eton and Oxford. Growing up with five younger sisters and having a deep interest in art rather than sports like other boys do, he was often bullied by his classmates. However, his mistreatment only fueled his passion for writing as a way to criticize history. He was eventually expelled from Oxford for his radical writings, but he refused to stop expressing his vision through literature. I'll skip the details of his personal scandals today because I want to stay focused on the poem, but it's important to note that due to various controversies in life, he lived with the constant fear of losing everything, like his family, his love, and even his health. It was during this period of uncertainty that he published Ozymandias. The exotic-sounding name Ozymandias is actually the Greek name for the Egyptian pharaoh, Ramesses II. He was one of history's greatest rulers, yet throughout the poem we don't see his achievements. Instead, we see how time has swept them away, leaving only shattered art and ruins as a witness to his former glory. And since the poem is short, I would like to share it with you using a reading from the TV series Breaking Bad because it sounds amazing. And here it goes.
I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things. The hand that mocked them and the heart that fed, and on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair." Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away.
The poem tells the story of a narrator meeting a traveler who saw a broken statue in the desert. On the surface, it shows how feudal Ramesses II's works became over time. However, if you look closer, there is a hidden sense of hoping through what we call double irony. Double irony occurs when two levels of irony contradict each other. So the first irony is the pharaoh's boastful words, "Look on my works, ye mighty, in despair, but nothing besides remains." These quotes are now surrounded by nothing but sand. His power is gone. In the second irony, even though the king is dead and his empire is dust, the art remains. The sculptor's skills and the passion for work survived longer than the empire itself. So, art outlasts power. By using this double irony, Shelley expresses his own yearning that no matter how fragile his own health or life might be, his poetry might live on. I think we can all relate to feeling anxious about a future where everything feels uncertain. But just as Shelley instilled hope in this poem, I hope you can find something that helps you overcome your own burdens. After all, who's to say that what we create today won't one day be as significant as Shelley's Ozymandias? Thank you for listening.